Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
From the 31, Lance. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Throwing now is Lance. Claypool with another catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. White is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw, it's Lance. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Touchdown! Rashad White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Jones. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
They run once more with Stevenson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. throwing, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. First carry for Josh Jacobs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Okay, ready?
First down, here's White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Lance. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play action, now it's Lance. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 7-7, our score after one.
Score time, 7-7.
On third down, here's Stevenson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On play action, Lance. And this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. to throw. Jones. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Jaguars at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Going right side is White. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off play action, Jones. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Throwing on first down is Lance. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Now their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ramondre Stevenson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go now.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Jones throwing to start the drive. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They defer to White out of the shotgun. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Prater's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Option play. Here's White. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go right back to White here on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Looking to throw. Jones. This is White on the screen. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zamir White, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Lance now on first down. Then he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete to White. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The center receiver in motion to the right. Off of play action, here's Lance. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Shot, 17.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And Lance now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles.
oftentimes are quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time. The way the defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. Now Lance. And now here's another interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. They'll send a receiver in motion left. White running to the left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Zamir White with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lance now on 1st down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
11 yards for number 11.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time here. Lance.
That's to his running back, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete.
Touchdown, Texans. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs.
But I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Opting to run again here with White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with White. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll go option to the short side. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On the give, it's White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. And now this game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Jaguars, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now.